What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy BT, and today we are going to try to get this guy all the way back there. What a beautiful spot to place it. All the way tucked in the back corner there with this replacement here. So if you've been watching the videos of where I'm trying to troubleshoot this issue, I had my theory. So I have a brand new ECU here. We're going to get this thing installed. We're going to get it programmed. But first thing we got to do is get to the back corner there to get this out. As you can see, it's held in with 4 nuts, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. The 2 on the top we can easily get to. The 2 on the bottom, not so much. We're gonna have to move some things out of the way to try to get this thing done. Let's get started. All right, so to show you what we're working with here is the space. First thing we can do, there's some little clips right here. You can just push on those clips. Wiggle this, should be able to get this out of the way. Step 1, kind of get that out of the way. Then down in there are 2 bolts. You can't really see, the other one is right there. 2 of those, hopefully we can get this moved. Then we got this battery. I'm gonna go ahead and take this battery out. And once we get closer in, we'll see what else we need to adjust there to get to that ECU. So we also took out this tray. It is held in with these 2 bolts, one on the side here, one on the side here, and then we've got this 10 here that sits right in this spot here, and these are all 12s. All right, so this is the space now. So you can see we got a lot more clearance here to get in here. This, we can wiggle this a little bit. This is really what blocks. This guy right here is really what blocks access to the bottom. But in order to unhinge these, you just push on this little tab here and then push this up like so. And then you should be able to disconnect this like so. Nice and easy. And these are all different sizes and setups, so you can't really mess it up. So we know red's on the top, blue's on the bottom. And we got this last little guy here. And then as you can see, there's a little bit of space to get to those, but we're gonna have to get in there with a nice tight tool. So there it is right there. You can see the last 2. But we should be able to grab that thing out of there and swap in the new one. Oh man, so it is really tight to get that last nut out, but voila, we got the ECU out. Man, what a great location is all I gotta say. Fantastic location for this. But here it is. It's out. We got it out, we got it out. All right, so here's the new guy going in. All right, so now we're going to plug back in the harness into the engine control module here. It's just pretty straightforward and easy. And then we're just going to go in reverse with everything that we took out here. So we've got the new ECU installed, looking good. Now we're going to go ahead and just put this back in place. Once we get the rest of the battery bay back installed here, just do everything in reverse order from the way you took it out. I'm going to use the Nissan programming software that I purchased a while back. Alright, so here we are. We're getting ready to run the Consult 3. I was not able to do this with the NERS software. Alright, so we're going into the Consult 3. Word of advice, when you're doing this job, make sure you scan your old ECU first, get the part number from that. It'll tell you what file you need to purchase if you're buying a blank one to reprogram it. And we just go from there. So now this thing's going to connect. Once it connects, we'll hook it up to the Cardic 3 and hopefully be able to reprogram this ECU. Alright, so now we're going to select the Cardic. So after this runs, we go ahead, we click VCI, and there's your Cardic Plus 3. There we go. Once you select that, you select this, we hit connect, and we're good to go. So then we go into this menu setting here, confirm the instructions, hit next. Alright, so we've got that pulled up. We can hit confirm. Okay, once that's done, we hit confirm. And then we're just going to go in here and make sure that we're good to go. So we want to go to engine. Okay, so we're good there. I was hoping this would be highlighted, but it's not. We'll see what happens. So we're going to do after ECU replacement, hit next. We're going to do the manual selection here. Confirm. Okay, so this is where you can type in the part number so we know it's an EZ63. And the proper file, according to my old ECU, is that one right there, ending in E. So then we'll hit next again. Everything's good there. Got the battery maintainer hooked up. And so as a reminder, as we're doing this here, we are using the battery maintainer here to push through a solid 14.7 volts here. So we got that hooked up, ready to go. Make sure we don't lose any power during this operation. Okay, so make sure you log in. If you got a Nissan Tech Info account, it's going to be the aftermarket one here. Go ahead and log in. Alright, and after logging in, we should be at the screen, hopefully, to actually get this data transferred over. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. So yesterday, with the other file, it wouldn't make it past the first step. And so now that I've got the right file in here, it looks like it's actually working. Oh my gosh. I think we're actually going to be able to get this done, baby, at home as a DIY. That's crazy. You buy the subscription, you buy the file, and you basically, I mean, if you own a pass-through device, you can get this done at home without having to go see a dealer. This is crazy. I can't believe we're at the moment where the bottom bar is actually moving. We're at 10%. We're at 10%. Let's see how far this thing goes if we're going to make it to the end. We've got more movement. We're at 20%. And just like that, we're at 50%. 50 more to go. All right, here we are at 80%, 20 more to go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we went from 90 to 100. Oh, wow, just like that. Okay, so we are moving. The programming is completed. We're gonna hit next. Okay, turn the ignition switch to the off position. Wait for 2 seconds or more. And then turn the ignition switch from the off to the on. All right, so here we go. Turning it off. Waiting 2 seconds or more. Okay. Turning it to the on position. Hitting next. Okay, so throttle valve position closed. Okay, make sure the accelerator pedal is fully released. Turn the ignition on and turn the ignition off. And then count 10 seconds. All right, so it took us a while to get this ECU thing figured out. We worked through the Consult software. I was trying to get the throttle valve closed position done through Consult, the idle air learning, the accelerator pedal closed, was having a whole bunch of issues. It wasn't responding. So I went ahead and I used this boy right here, the good old Autel unit here. So I used this and I was able to get everything I needed to get done on here. Now, one key thing to note is you've got to get the keys locked back in and paired up between the ECU and the immobilizer. So we took care of all of that using the Autel unit. Now, from this point forward, what I did was I basically just observed. So we've had multiple starts, multiple drives, and I am proud to present to you the non-hesitating Nissan Titan. Now, will this work? Will this be the final solution? I'm not 100% sure, but we are going to monitor it to make sure that if there is something else that's pointing to the issue, that we're going to be able to resolve it. But I feel we are so much closer to getting an answer to the hesitation problem that a lot of owners are experiencing with this Titan. So let's go for the crank. So you can hear there's a nice strong crank. Everything sounds good. Again, we're going to monitor this to make sure that if there's something else that's pointing to resolving this issue, that we're going to find it. And we're going to find it, we're going to fix it, and there's going to be a solution for all you owners out there that experience this problem that the dealers have not seemed to figure out the solution to. All right, so it's a wrap for this video. Feeling really good about this. Every day we are a step closer. We're learning more about this thing. We're troubleshooting. I'm going to be a master Nissan tech by the end of this diagnosis. It's your boy BT. Thank you for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.